we are changing things up on Yap's Money Life Show. Instead of my usual sharing, I will be giving you an inside look at the thought process and the level of professionalism which I apply when advising and consulting my client in my practice. I thought rather than guessing what you, the viewers, want, the new format allows me to share financial issues which matters to you. If you are looking for a platform to kickstart your learning on basic personal finance, Yap's Money Life Show is not it. But let me tell you what we are. You won't be finding textbook knowledge and theory here. What you will find is personalized financial advice that has been given to the client, acted upon, and proven effective. Some of the advice shared here may sound simple, but it has prevented many clients from making mistakes that could have otherwise cost them millions of ringgit. In this first live consultation video format, I will be sharing about how to capture opportunities in a crisis, the difference between REITs and physical property investment, and should we ignore physical property asset class due to the current poor performance? What are the coming opportunities you see arise from this crisis? You see, of course, the opportunity is that there are a lot of investment assets are now at a very attractive price, whether it's properties, whether it's shares, whether it's unit trust, whether it's a bond. No? So, but the question here is that before we search for these properties, this opportunity, what's important is that we must make sure that we are prepared to grab the opportunity. So how do you make sure that you are prepared? Number one, get a holistic financial plan done to find out what is your financial freedom target return. Do a cash flow management to make sure that you have enough cash reserve to tide you through for the next 1 year or even 1.5 years. Number three, make sure that you do not have circumstances changes in your life. For example, income got cut or got retrenched. So then after making those provisions and you still have got money, then of course this is where that you can explore that to see which investment to buy. And when you look at this opportunity again, look back to yourself again. What is your asset allocation statement? Okay, if you looking at property and you find that your current asset allocation, you have got already 60% of your money into properties. So for you to buy another piece of property, even though it's very attractive, you may just increase your property percentage in your asset allocation to from 60% maybe to 70% or even 80%. So that is definitely not the best practice of asset class diversification. But if that property, that opportunity that you're looking at is so attractive, then what you can do is to sell one of the piece of the property you've got to replace it with this attractive new property. And then that for that matter, you can still maintain your asset class property percentage to 60% or even lower.
As an asset class, now with probably 10 years, it doesn't make so much sense to do that. So can we consider, does REITs consider same as property asset class? So then property, then we just put into REITs.
I would say REITs and property, physical property is close. They are in almost the same sector, but it is different in the sense that physical property normally can give you higher capital appreciation, no? And REIT can give you maybe less capital appreciation but more of the rental income. Okay, and for physical property, you can use a loan to leverage it. Okay, and of course you know that this Pajana stimulus scheme offer you quite attractive scheme for you to invest in property now, okay, whereby REITs may not have such a incentive.
Property may not be really an asset yielding, buy the wrong thing and the wrong thing, and though it's leveraged, well, you still pay the bank money, you may rented you may not even get your capital growth. So for you may end up, I will feel that property may be one of the asset class which is losing out to things like equities.
So that's why YK, that's why I say, if one person were to focus majority of his money into one asset class like properties, then it will end up like what you shared just now, that this person will be suffering, no capital appreciation, very little rental income, and then a lot of commitment to pay installment. So that's why in Rickman, we always advocate that when we want to invest, we must not maximize the risk. We should minimize the risk. And how do we minimize the risk? Is to diversify our hard-earned money across different asset class. Okay, so yes, at this point of time, maybe equity may do better than property, but guess what? I would also suggest you to put certain percentage of your money into property. Okay, provided that it is a right property in the right location at the right price. Okay, because what you mentioned just now, it is a cycle. So when it is a cycle, it may not do well now, but 3 years, 5 years, or even 10 years down the road, it will do well. And at the point of time, equity may not do well, bond may not do well. So that's why if you want to have high certainty in our investment growth, we should not bet on one particular asset class. We should diversify our asset class, and we should do that more than 6 asset class. If money is important to you, please remember to subscribe to my channel.